Kids in the car. Okay. Hey, this is Hal Runkle, author of Scream Free Parenting, and this is the question. How do I handle kids fighting in the car? Common, annoying, can be frustrating as heck, and even dangerous. So here's how you do it. This is the best way I've ever seen anybody do it, and it has worked for me directly and worked for lots of my clients. Kids are fighting in the car. The reason why is because they're stuck in the car and they want to get out of the car. Well, so do you. But you're not going to endanger the lives of everybody by reaching over and trying to get them whatever, because that's actually making it far worse. Yeah.
Forgot the
How
microphone.
about we start over with the mic, actually.
I was just thinking, I was like,
That's right.
I don't see a mic.
Nicely done, Hal. I blame the video guy.
I totally forgot that it was over. I was like, wow, we hit that mic really well.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, Hal Runkle, author of Scream Free Parenting, and this is your question. What do I do about kids fighting in the car? Very common, very annoying, and actually very common and very annoying, and can even be dangerous. It's so tempting, reach back there. In the name of trying to make things safer, we're actually endangering things by yelling back there and getting back there, right? So one of the principles we teach, Scream Free, is when we get reactive, we don't just make things worse, we actually create the very outcomes we were hoping to avoid in the first place. So, this is the best way I've ever heard. I've done it myself. I did it myself several times with my kids when they were growing up, and a number of our trained leaders have done it, and some of my clients. So you're driving along the road, kids are fighting, they don't want to be in the car, they feel trapped in the car, they're stuck in the car, they're upset at their siblings, whatever. So you're not going to endanger everybody by continuing, so here's what you do. You get incredibly calm, breathe deep, and pull the car over. Now, I don't recommend pulling it over on the side of the street. I've heard somebody, and Sarah Holly, our director of content, how should I introduce her? Now, I don't recommend pulling off on the side of the road. Now, if you're on a long road, I get it, but try and find an area where you can pull off on a street into a parking lot. Now, Sarah Holly, our director of content, can tell you a story, and it's brilliant, about, well, she did pull over on the side of the road and just sat there. Kids are fighting, and she's like, I'm not leaving until you guys are calm. And a police car actually pulled up behind her. And so the policeman gets out, and the kids are really, really freaking out. They were little and freaking out, and he says, ma'am, is everything okay? And she says, oh yeah, everything's fine, except my kids are killing each other back there, and I refuse to drive until they start to get along. And they are thinking, oh my gosh, the cop is going to arrest us or something for fighting with each other. And he says, okay, ma'am, just checking on you. Now things were calm, and they pulled off and left. And that's what you do. You pull off, go into a parking lot, put the thing in park, take it out of drive, and just sit there. Dad, when you guys are calm, then we'll go. Now, you can think, but they're going to make us late, whatever. Yes. Yes. They have the power to make you late. That is part of living in a family. And the consequences of their choices do not just affect them. They affect other members of the family, and sometimes the whole family. That's the real world. So, introducing our kids to the real world in a way that they can handle it is one of the main jobs of parenting, so let them taste that. You've got to calm your anxiety and saying, look, being endangered is worse than being late. So, just do it. Now, what's interesting is they'll be exercising their power by derailing the trip for a moment. But you'll be exercising your power by saying, look, I'm the only one that can drive. You're the only one that can calm yourself down. So I know what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? And that's always the best way to introduce change, is by controlling yourself, which puts the responsibility of controlling themselves onto them. Okay, thanks for the question. Again, this is Hal Runkle, author of Scream Free Parenting. You can find tons of other answers to questions on the Pause platform. If you don't see the one you're looking for, be sure to put it on our Facebook page, or send an email to askhal@screamfree.com.